This is the end of the year wrap up with some of the best finds put into shadow boxes, some new finds added to some older shadow boxes, such as the coins and silver jewelry with silverware. We do have a few new boxes. I didn't think I was going to be able to add anything new in this studio this year, but I got a little creative like I did last year, and I'm able to put a few more things in here and make this little tiny studio last one more year. Is all the old stuff, silverware that I'm going to be making wind chimes up here and here, that has gotten a little bit bigger. These jars got a little bit more filled, especially the keys. I mean, I've been finding a lot of keys. Down over here on the floor, these are 2.5 massive size bags of Matchbox cars. Same with the Tootsies. I've got a lot of Tootsies that are sitting in there. Down here is overflow of milk bottles. That's pretty much the same net shelf. This here might have a few more things added to it. My blue section with my one green. This is new. You guys haven't seen this video yet. There's a lot of videos of this place where I found this. There's a ghost town, and it's called the Don't Get Mad Hunt. The reason why I call it the Don't Get Mad Hunt is because I would have to say most people from Rochester have metal detected this place, and the amount of relics and silver and toys and goodies that I've pulled out of this place has been amazing. And at the end of the series of the Don't Get Mad Hunt, I give the location, and you'll know where this was, all this stuff was, and there still could be some stuff there because I haven't even finished it, and I don't plan on doing the mode green areas. This section here is pretty much the same. I might have moved some bottles around because I wanted to put like the inkwell and the glue thing that would have went to the school back in the day in one area. This is pretty much the same. This was called The Hole, the video. You can go back, see this, and this all came out of one hole. This is basically a Civil War uniform that dissolved in the ground. Found the guy's glasses, his medals, some of the buttons on his jacket, his compass, his secret society ring, and luckily I went to the Genesee Valley Treasure Seekers meeting. There's a guy named Mark, he knows the guy that owns the American Digger magazine, and he put in an article of everything I found, and I got put into the magazine, which was really nice. So that right there was a really milestone in the metal detecting community to be able to get put into a magazine with finding such cool relics. Very honored. Over here is my silver, and I thought I was going to have to go bigger. I thought I was going to have to get into a case about this size, but I was able to squeeze what I found this year. But I think next year, if I keep going with finding that much type of silver, I'm going to have to move up to a next size box because it's getting kind of crowded. Down here is my coin section. Like I tell a lot of people, I don't know a lot about coins. So when I dig up a coin, I don't get super excited because I just don't know a lot of times what I found. If you look at last year's video compared to this year's, I'm really filling this box up nicely. It's starting to look like something. I still don't like the green. I want to go with beige, but I haven't found beige foam yet. This is a precious box. And what I mean by precious box is unique looking things to put in here. I like things that are personal to somebody, like a sash buckle, like your Sunday morning favorite sash buckle. Like for instance, that one there with a cameo in the middle. Beautiful. You know somebody loved that. Someone definitely loved that buckle right there. And that's a beautiful sash buckle. Here's another really nice sash buckle. Here's one with an eagle in the front of it. Here's a silver plated sash buckle. Really fancy. I found that in Caledonia behind a really nice old house. Batwing buckle. It's pretty nice. Might not have been personal, but they're hard to find in the areas that we are, because you're looking at, you know, early 1800s, even creeping into the 1700s. So hard to find those ones, especially not, you know, whole. A lot of times you find them broken. Unique silver spoons. Those are pretty cool to find. This is an interesting find, and the reason why I put that in there because it's personal. And you might laugh about this or think it's kind of gross, but that's a condom container with a woman on there. You'll see that in one of the videos. I found it at a ghost town, and it was above a ground where the dirt is very shallow. Like there's only about maybe an inch of dirt, and then you hit rock. And that was basically, I would say, 100+ years above ground, and the paint is still on it. How many of those you find and they end up looking like, let's go over here, they end up looking like these here, where there's no paint on them, you know, the brass is showing, they look shabby. This one sat above ground in the elements, snow, rain, God knows what, animals peeing on it, and the paint is still good. And when I finally freed up the hinges, I open up, there's still 2 condoms in there. Now, they're expired, and it was never used, and someone dropped that out of their pocket 100 years ago. Unreal. I thought that was kind of cool, and I wouldn't put that in anything but a precious box. Then we got the chauffeur's badge. I have found a lot of them. I probably a record on how many of those I found. I think 6 so far. I was only able to keep 2 of them. So all the other ones, one sits in a museum, and the other ones sit in someone else's house in a shadow box. Very, very hard to find, and I'm happy to own that. Then we got up here a compass, old compass. Then we have this, and you're going to notice it looks different than what it did when I dug it up, and what you'll see in the video of me shaking it. This is a flapper's purse. This used to be silver plated at one time. Plating was all gone when I dug it up, and when I shook it, it sounded like there was coins in there. This thing here got me 1.4 million views on YouTube. Unreal. And then over here we got another personal box. It's one of my first ones. You guys can go back in the videos if you want to see that. Now we come down to here, we got 2 new shadow boxes, and this is of 2025. This is everything that I like, and you're going to see some stuff in here that hasn't made it to the videos yet. These are all the harmonica reeds I ended up finding, and let me tell you, I think this year here was the year of harmonica reeds, because that was a lot of them right there, and I still have more to add to the box, but they'll end up going in next year's box. We got a big spike, almost looks like a railroad spike, but it's not that big, but it's huge. It must have been put a big barn together or something. We got skeleton keys. We've got well pump chains, 2 different sizes there. Someone told me this piece here might have been part of a curtain rod, mid to late 1800s for curtains. Good possibility. I have found a lot of those, and I do find a lot of them at old sites. I wasn't quite sure what those things went to, but compacts, we didn't find a lot of them this year. A lot of finials. Ended up getting, these are all the finials. I think 1 doorknob, but the rest are finials. Suspender clasps. This you guys haven't seen yet. That's a crank cover off of a 1940 Chevy. You guys seen that? Plymouth. That's another flapper's purse right there. Skinnier, smaller, but nevertheless it's still a flapper's purse. It's pretty cool. I'd probably keep this as an everyday use if the plating was better on it, and I could see the design a little bit better. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it's definitely a unique piece right there. So I kept that in a shadow box. Best place for that. These are, I forgot the name of these, but these are matches. You'd put your matches in there, match holders. That would have been a Model A valve stem cover, old spoon. Now, I thought that came from a trumpet. Someone told me it comes from a French horn. French horn piece, silver plated. Toe taps, some reeds, switchboard operators. You guys haven't seen this video yet, and these came from a switchboard operator for the military. Another hint there, guys. Some nice lantern pieces, a lot of pocket watches and parts. Then we come down here. Every year I'm trying to make these things a little bit different. A 1929 license plate, which was in pretty good condition, with some barrel tabs. We got horse rein guides, buggy brakes, rivets, and an old weight. Come down here, horseshoes, ox shoe. That ox shoe you haven't seen in a video yet. It's part of the Dokint Mad Hunt. Old nails, spark plugs, very old vintage spark plugs, pocket knives, bullets with the magazines, belt clips from the military, horse rosettes, buckles, horse bit, a mirror part, cap guns, all sorts of goodies, bells. And that's this year's right here, these 2. A lot of nice stuff, looks beautiful. I think they came out really nice. So that's 2 shadow boxes and a half I made. This one here isn't just for this year. Next year I'll have stuff in there added too, and I'll probably finish it, and it'll be filled up. So this will be a 2-year box. I think this studio has come a long ways from when I started 6 years ago, and is only going to get bigger. So until basically next year's end of the year wrap up, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.